Hello class. In this lecture we will see some other type of frame which are used in case of the two-wheeler chassis. Okay. So trellis frame and the perimeter frame are the frame which we are using in a sports vehicles or the high performance vehicles, or we can say in case of the super bikes. So difference, if we have a look, or if you have a significance, if you look for the significance of those frame, then trellis frame and perimeter frame are both are having the same properties or same characteristics. Okay, same features they have, but only constructional difference is there. And because of their constructional difference, some advantage are we are getting in case of the trellis frame more as that of the perimeter frame. Okay, so here in the slide I have shown a two kind of frame, this tubular frame, and this is a combination of tubular and the channel box. Okay, so channel is there, or channel, instead of channel we can say it is a sheet metals, sheet metal plate, or sheet प्लेट स्टील प्लेट फ्रेम और ट्यूबुलर फ्रेम जो है उसका कॉम्बिनेशन है. सो दिस कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ ट्यूबुलर फ्रेम एज वेल एज अ steel plate frame. Okay, so this portion is made by a steel plate, okay, which is welded together, and previously it was a two half portion and welded together, so in that way it get form this box shape, okay, or box type member. Okay, so in this case trellis, you can see the number of members are there which is welded together. Short members are there, maximum short members are there, okay, and minimum longitudinal or long members are there, and they are welded together in order to form a same structure. Okay, that is enveloping structure, like like a structure like human cage, the chest of the human, chest of the chest bone of the human, as in case of the human being, the heart are enclosed inside the cage, bone cage. The similarly it generates a bone cage. In that way bone cage generates, and all the sensitive part get enveloped or enclosed in this cage. In that way it behave, okay, or it is look like. Okay, so now we'll see the one by one the points regarding to the frames. These frames, in both the type of frame, two parallel down member are used, whose one end is connected to the head tube and another end is pivoted to the another end is provide the pivot to the swing arm. Okay, so here this is a head tube, दिस इज हेड ट्यूब. ओके, ये हमारा ट्रेलिस फ्रेम है और ये हमारा पेरीमीटर फ्रेम है. सो दिस इज योर हेड ट्यूब एंड दिस इज अ हेड ट्यूब. ओके, फ्रॉम द हेड ट्यूब two members are going downwards. Okay, if you have a look, then there is a main tube is absent, no main tube is there. So main tube and the down tube both are combined together and become a thickened member or high width member. Means if we treat this upper member as a main tube and this down member as a down tube, then by joining those two tubes, a main tube and down tube, we are getting some high rigidity one member, or we can say a combination of big member. Means by adding a main tube and down tube together through some short bars, we are getting a big two members which is going downward from head tube. Okay, so this is a member which is going from one side, this is another member which is going from another side, which is coming from the head tube and going towards the backbone or the backbone area. Okay, and at the bottom it provide a pivot. Okay, and on that pivot a swing arm is located, okay, which is a part of a suspension system. So in that way we are indirectly adding a main tube with down tube by number of members joining in between them, with the help of number of members which are joined, which are present between them. But here in this case the thing is different. We are directly making a such box section, okay, which itself act as a thick member big thick member. Okay, and eliminating the main tube, and or we can say combining the main tube and down tube together. Okay, so this is a thing which is we are performing, or which we are on which basis we are manufacturing trellis and the perimeter frame. Okay, so both the type of frame are covering the engine from left and right side of vehicle. Okay, so definitely from the both side the cage is there. It also cage is there is, as I told you, a human chest. Inside the human chest, the heart is located inside the bone cage. Similarly, here also in that way the engine is too sensitive, so and the other part is so sensitive, so that's why it is located inside the cage from left side, and the bottom right side it get what enclosed and protected. Okay, after that engine are suspended with the support and engine mounted bracket in the those of the down member. So you show engine and engine subcomponents. For example, in this figure we can see the radiator is there. Okay, and other hoses are there. Okay, silencer and exhaust systems are there. Engine also there. Another transmission component is also there. So all those components are hanged, is hang over the this member. So on this member there are number of brackets are present, and on that bracket the entire engine and engine subsystem are suspended or hanged. So in that way the engine is not directly treated as a stressed member, क्योंकि जो भी फ्रंट व्हील के ऊपर या ऑल द व्हील के ऊपर रोड इम्पैक्ट आने वाले हैं या jerk आने वाले हैं, that will not get transmitted to engine because engine is only suspended, it not a part of the frame member. Okay, so it is not a directly stressed, but as there is no any cradle is present, no cradle, because cradle is the thing which prevent the engine from the impact डाउन जो भी स्पीड ब्रेकर वगैरह होता है उससे इम्पैक्ट से क्रैडल प्रिवेंट करता है. सो क्रैडल इज absent, सो इन दैट वे इट इज इनडायरेक्टली स्ट्रेस्ड. इफ कोई एक्सीडेंट वगैरह हो जाए, इन दैट केस द देयर इज चांसेस ऑफ इम्पैक्ट ऑफ इंजन विद द रोड सरफेस. ओके, फ्रॉम द डाउन साइड. So this is another this is a disadvantage of this, because यहाँ हमारे पास क्या नहीं है, क्रैडल नहीं है. Okay, which is covering the engine from the downside. Okay, now in case a perimeter frame, two beams are or spars of steel or aluminum are joined together at the head tube and extended to downward at shortest distance possible for the better rigidity. In case of the perimeter, in case of the perimeter, the same. In case of the perimeter, as like of the trellis, it is made by the steel plate. Okay, so same way two members also there. After in case of the trellis frame, instead of beams or spars, अभी इन केस ऑफ द ट्रेली, ये जो ट्रेलिस फ्रेम है इसमें हम बीम या स्पार जो होते, या हम बोल सकते हैं कि स्टील प्लेट का जो स्टील प्लेट का बॉक्स सेक्शन है. ओके, उस इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट वी आर यूजिंग अ tubular circular tubes. Okay, and which are welded together in order to form a rigid frame. Okay, and while welding while making that frame, we are thinking the shortest member, because as we are increasing, as we are taking a long length or the high length member to form a frame, then definitely it become unbalanced, or it reduces the rigidity. Okay, because stiffness get reduces. Okay, so that's why they are try to utilize or use a short length member, and they are welded together in order to increase the rigidity. So so if we compare the both frame, this frame and this frame, if we compare, then both are having a same rigidity against the rated force on the as per their application. But the difference is that if you check the overall weight of this thing and the overall weight of this perimeter frame, you come to know that the perimeter frame is somewhat heavy as compared to your trellis frame. So the vehicle which are you're thinking, or the vehicle which are thinking for their what we can say, the overall weight or the grab weight. Okay, in that case, if you if you reduce the weight of the vehicle, or reduce the weight of the overall weight of the vehicle, in that case we are using a trellis frame. And if you another thing, as per the aesthetic point of view, the trellis frame look a more appealing to the towards the sports activity. So that's why the sport vehicle like KTM, sport vehicle manufacturer like KTM and some other kind of multinational companies are try to use a trellis frame which are giving a more sport aesthetic or sporty appeal to the rider. So that's why trellis frame are mostly used in case of the off-road vehicle or the some sports vehicle. Okay, in such vehicles some cages are noticeable, that frame cage are noticeable. So this is the thing which we are getting in trellis frame. Okay, the both of type of frame are used for a high performance vehicle in order to dam maximum engine better and to control the uh, and to have a better control and the rigidity. So all those kind of frame, that is release frame and the perimeter frame, are used in case of the sports vehicle or the high performance vehicle. Only difference is that कि ट्रेलिस यूज करना है या perimeter यूज करना है. Difference that if you have a more sporty look, okay, in that or sporty appeal, that time they are you try to use trellis, and in case of the your simple and sophisticated look of vehicle with a great performance, you can go for the perimeter. Okay, so this is the difference only, and this frame is somewhat bulky. Okay, if you look for the other end, that is damage of chassis or damage of frame, then it is easy to repair in this case, because some member or some longitudinal lateral member if get rusted, then we can easily cut it down and we can weld another pipe over here to again regain its rigidity. But here if any uh, portion or a rusted hole get occur on the that box section, then definitely it won't it is not that much easy to repair it. Okay, so this is the thing key repairability के मामले aspect में if you have a look, then definitely the trellis frame is repairable, having more repairable as that of the perimeter. It is easy to, if we get bent, if one of the member if get bent, then it is easy to what reshape that member by using press machines. Okay, or by using that hammering or the denting equipment. But here it is not like that. Okay, so this is the disadvantage of our perimeter frame. But as per the strength wise, both are having the equal strength. Okay, only difference is that the weight and the overall cost and the repairability. Okay, so that's it. It's a trellis frame and the perimeter frame. Thank you.